Good morning, everyone. Today we are looking into product rule. When we have function y equals to uv, these are two different functions. U is a function and v is a function. The product of this function, by the time we find the derivative, which we call dy dx, the first derivative dy over dx, then we obtain it to be v du over dx plus u dv over dx. How is it obtained? Well, having a function y equals to uv, and we want to obtain the first derivative, which is dy over dx, we use what we call first principle to obtain the first derivative. First principle. So by the time we apply first principle to find dy dx, then we are going to get this expression v du dx plus u dv dx. How? Let's show. If y equals to uv, we are expected to have y plus the y being the variable equals to, this is a function u plus the du, then here v is going to give us v plus dv. Now from here we can actually open the brackets such that y plus dy equals to u times v, we have uv, u multiplied by dv, we have a plus u dv, then du multiplied by v will give us v du, then plus du multiplied by dv will give us du dv. So from here we can actually make our dy the subject of the formula. So dy becomes uv plus u dv plus v du plus du dv minus, take y to the right hand side of the equation becomes minus. But recall that y itself from the question is uv. So instead of writing y, we put minus uv. So from here, this will cancel this. And as such, we have dy equals to u dv plus v du plus du dv. Now, remember we are interested in finding the derivative with respect to y here. So what do? We have dy over dx, that is differentiate or divide all through by dx. We have dy over dx equals to u dv all over dx plus v du over dx plus du dv all over dx. Here we assume, in fact, it's not even under assumption, it is known that when we are finding the limit of dy over dx as du dv over dx tends to what? Is 0. Then we substitute. So where we have du dv over dx, we take it to be what? 0. Then we have this to be du dv over dx plus v du over dx plus, remember we said this tends to 0. This one is what? 0. So we can now have dy over dx equals to, we can better rearrange it to have v du over dx plus what? U dv over dx. So plus 0, it doesn't have a significant effect. So this formula is called a product rule. Just as we have shown from here that the first derivative will give us v du dx plus u dv dx. So the next is going to be quotient rule. Quotient rule. So quotient rule talks about when you have a function equals to u over v, that is a function dividing another function, how do we get the first derivative? Join us in the next class as we are going to solve the quotient rule. Thank you.